Hi, everyone. I'm Steve Sanaciro, your state senator here in the 10th District in Bucks County. And we're here today talking about beer and ales. And I'm with Jim Kane, the owner of The Vault, and Jackie Black, who is the operating director at The Vault. And Jim and Jackie, if we could start out, maybe you tell us a little bit about The Vault and how long you've been in business and what you guys offer and the concept.
Great. Thank you for the opportunity. Really appreciate it, Steve. We opened Vault Brewing Company in 2012. It was a former Bank of America, a former campaign headquarters of yours, I believe, as well. And that was in 2000. In 2012, we opened a brew pub with a 10-barrel brewing system, and the town was really ripe for that. They really enjoyed having a local brewery. It kind of put Yardley on the map, at least in the brewing context. So we ran the brewery for a couple of years and quickly outgrew the space from a brewing perspective. So we still brew there, but most of our brewing has moved up the street to a tannery complex where we have 6,000 square feet of brewing capacity. Wow. But we've continued to develop the property at 10 South Main Street. We can seat up to 165 people. We can't seat 165 people today, right. but we hope sometime in the spring to be able to get back into that sort of rhythm. But we've also expanded our operations to include roasted coffee at a location as well as sushi. So we're continuing to invest in the Yardley community for new restaurant experiences where people can experience our craft beer and with different types of cuisine.
That's great, and that's a pretty bird right across the street from the main Vault location on Main Street.
Yeah, and then Kawaii Tori operates out of there at night, which means cute bird in Japanese.
Oh, is that right? Is that what it means?
That's our sushi restaurant.
Oh, okay. That's neat. I didn't know that. Okay, and are you right now at the West College Avenue location?
Yes, we are. We opened a tap room last August of 2019. We have TVs. It's more of a sports bar, very small venue, about 50 people. But people were always asking where we make the beer and how come we can't do a brewery tour. So we decided to invest a little bit in kind of a sports bar up here at the production facility. It was a really good idea, and then COVID happened.
Yeah.
But the town was really nice, though. They let us put a tent outside, and that really helped over the summer months. But we've taken the tent down because it's a bit problematic to be running a giant tent for a business like this up here.
Yeah. Well, kudos to Yardley Borough and frankly all the towns where we have restaurants and brew pubs who have really stepped up and given you guys that kind of authority, understanding that these are difficult times and we need to change things to help everyone get through this. So that's great. Tell us a little bit about right now. Of course, as we're taping this, we're in this what we hope is just a few weeks where the governor has issued an order prohibiting inside dining. So tell us what the opportunities are for people to support the Vault and other brew pubs and restaurants right now.
Yeah, for all breweries right now, whatever brewery, particularly in Bucks County where we all operate and live, buying takeout beer from a brewery is a really, really good way of supporting them. If they offer takeout food, obviously getting takeout food would be a nice benefit as well. Many breweries are still operating outdoor areas. We have a big tent where we can seat about 50 people behind our 10 South Main Street location. Okay. And we have a porch where we run heaters. So we still have an opportunity to sit people down, but not inside until January 4th. But where breweries have the ability to sit down in this environment, we encourage you to do that as well.
Yep, great. Well, I've gotten takeout from the Vault, and it's real easy, and you guys do a really nice job with that. And the food's hot, and you bring it home, and it works out just great. And your outside areas are terrific too, especially on the deck there with the heaters. That works really well. I've sat there too. So
thank you. And then we've been shipping beer to your location in Newtown, but also in Yardley. So we deliver beer every night from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock because I think beer is what's getting people through all of this. So we want to make sure they have a lot of it.
There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt. So, and by the way, your beers and your ales are really great. You're part of the Ale Trail, which I mentioned a few moments ago. I want to talk about that, but before I do, could you just give kind of a layman's explanation as to what's the difference between an ale and a beer? Because I think a lot of people wonder about that, and if you're like me, you like both of them, but you don't always know what the difference between the two.
So beer basically has splits into two categories: lagers and ales. And the difference between a lager and an ale is the type of yeast you use. Okay. So lager uses lager yeast, and ales use ale yeast. The reason why so many breweries hesitate to make lagers is it takes about 10 weeks to make a lager, and it takes about 2 weeks to make an ale. So if you have limited brewing capacity, you're going to make a whole lot more ales than you are going to make lagers.
Right.
So it's a luxury for us to make a lager, and we have a couple right now. But the vast majority of our beers in most breweries, beers would be ales, because the ale yeast ferments the beer in less than 2 weeks.
Okay. Yeah, and I know that the word lager comes from the word in German, because I lived in Germany for a while, so I know this much, that lagern means to store. So that's another, I guess, another reason why it takes a little bit longer to make a lager.
After it takes about 3 weeks to ferment, but then you lager the beer. It just sits in a fermentation tank, aging for about 4 weeks, and then that's really when the beer matures enough to drink it.
Right. Okay. Cool. So tell us a little bit about the Ale Trail. I mean, I know you guys are a part of that. Tell us a little bit about that.
What's great about the Ale Trail is it allows people to kind of go from brewery to brewery and be rewarded every time they stop by from one location to another, and it's an incentive for people to visit all of the breweries in Bucks County. And we always love to punch the card and participate in people as they support all the local breweries here. So it's a really great concept, and we're happy to participate in it.
Well, hopefully when in a few months, knock wood, we get out from under this pandemic, then we'll all be able to be part of that again. And I'd love to go on that trail, and maybe we can document that. Just want to give a shout out to the other breweries that are at least in the 10th district that are part of the Ale Trail. We have Mad Prince's, which is in Buckingham, Free Will Brewing that I've visited several times up in Perkasie, Great Barn Brewery in New Hope, Geronimo Brewery, which is in Doylestown, Iron Hill here in Newtown, as well as the Newtown Brewing Company, which is right around the corner from my office, and Tower Hill Brewery in Chalfont. So all great locations to go and sample kind of local fare and local brews.
Yeah, Steve, do you have Morrisville as well in your area?
Yeah, we do. Are they? I don't have them on the list of the Ale Trail though. Are they?
No, they're not. They're not open. There's a brand new brewery that's going to be opening in hopefully the April timeframe.
Okay.
The owner there is a really good guy. It's called Bitchin' Kitten, Kitten, Bitchin' Kitten.
Okay.
And they've got a really nice location in downtown Morrisville. So we're excited to have them join the family of the Ale Trail.
Yeah, that's great. Whereabouts downtown is it? Do you know?
I don't know the exact location, but it's that brick building. I think on off of Trenton Avenue, but I haven't been there yet. I've just seen pictures.
Okay, great. Well, there's a proposal for a new development in Morrisville that will really revitalize the downtown. So that might be coming at a perfect time.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why he's investing in there, because where all the ball fields are there, I think they're going to be doing some major development, which would be fantastic for that community.
Yeah, I agree. I think there are obviously some things that have to be worked out, but it's a downtown concept that can really make a difference in Morrisville, which would be great. So if we have a brew pub there too, that would be terrific. And it would complement you guys really nicely as well. So that's really good. Cool. Well, I really want to encourage people, particularly now as we're in this second surge of the pandemic that a lot of the experts had predicted. Unfortunately, it has come true. And as we said before, right now, as we tape this, there is this period where the governor has issued an order to prohibit inside dining. That order is set to expire at the moment on January 4th. But I want to encourage folks, and obviously I'm sure you all do too, to make sure they go out and at the very least do takeout. And if the weather permits and it's a decent evening or day, to dine outside. what I've been saying is if you typically go out to eat or go out for a drink once a week, if you can stretch your dollar and make it twice a week, this is the time when the Vault and other establishments like it throughout our area really need your help. We are in those few months now in the wintertime where the virus is really testing us, and we want to come out the other side in the springtime, God willing, with a vaccine and better weather, with all of our local businesses intact. All the folks like Jim and Jackie who've worked so hard to make their businesses successful up until this point. We need to be there for them now so that they continue to be a success and survive this difficult time. So, whatever you can do, we all play a role in this and stopping the spread of the virus, obviously by wearing masks and doing all that, but also by helping our local businesses. This is the time when we all need to pitch in and make a difference. So with that, Jim, Jackie, do you guys have anything else you'd like to add?
No, I would just like to add that you and other political leaders have really difficult decisions to make pretty much every single day of what to do to how to control the virus. And, we're here to responsibly support all of those decisions, even though they may have economic impact for us and our employees. We understand that all the decisions are being made with the interest of public health at the forefront, and we're just here to support that as well.
Well, thank you for saying that. And I will say, too, when you all were able to have inside dining, and I'm sure when you're able to have it again, everyone, all the restaurants and all the breweries and pubs have been really careful about following CDC guidelines and spacing people out and creating as safe an environment as possible. And so that's something I know we can count on you to continue to do. And together we're going to get through this. I mean, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We just hope the tunnel's not quite so long at this point and we can get there. But look, we're already into winter now. The days are slowly going to start to get longer. So that's a helpful thing too.
Yes, that's true.
So it's all good. So hang in there, guys. And we'll continue to talk to you as we move forward. But again, to all the folks watching, please go out and support our local breweries, our local restaurants, and help them all get through this difficult period. Thanks very much.